So today's February 4th, 2016, and we got some chickens here. Hey, chickens. They're so spoiled, right? I put the food out, and like they're not even like rushing over to get the food. But anyhow, about 2 years ago, about this time, these some the marijuana stocks, the pot stocks, exploded in value. And there are some people on YouTube who apparently made a lot of money speculating on these marijuana stocks. And so it's been like 2 years, and there's really been not much talk of these marijuana stocks. But there's like industry buzz going on. So let me explain. I think it's obvious that the mainstream media is like for idiots, right? The public TV, the papers are mostly for idiots because it's yesterday's news, it's sensational, it's all about ratings, and it's not smartened up. It's like dumbed down. Right, Rooster? Right, Rooster? Here we go. Right. But anyhow, if you want to get the real news, you go to news from different industries because, like industry news, like industry publications are there to make money. The people subscribe to them because they want to make money. So they want like real news. They don't care about sensational news. They want real news. So where I work, I get a lot of industry publications, things about health and safety, employee stuff, this blah blah blah. And recently, there's been many newsletters coming out talking about what happens if marijuana is legalized in more states, such as California. And these articles are saying, well, as an employer, there are things you have to be concerned about. Is how will marijuana have any impact on your workplace? Will it have any impact on your employees? And blah blah blah. And like they're saying, if it's legalized in California, then 1/6 of all workers would be able to legally smoke marijuana. So I'm not advocating yes or no. I'm just saying is, news, stuff in the news. Like this is like industry news where, like HR departments are preparing now, or, health and safety people are preparing now in case this thing gets legalized, because it's not if it gets in the ballot and then, there's several steps involved. But what happens is the mainstream media, they're like a trailing indicator. If you want to see what's happening first, you got to go to the industry news where people's jobs depend on news, or companies' profits depend on news, and then you see higher quality news and more timely news. So anyhow, I'm seeing multiple, and in fact, I'm being invited to webinars talking about this topic, and I'm thinking, this might be the time to start thinking about those marijuana stocks, because a lot of the smart money is thinking about this now, and if what happened 2 years ago happens again, we're talking about like huge gains in a short period of time. Now, this is of course all speculation, and speculation contains risk. But I have to be honest, I was a bit envious and jealous of some of those gains 2 years ago. So obviously, it's not a bet the farm kind of thing, but that's something I want to do some more research about. People know anything about these, please leave comments, because this is something to think about. And I know a lot of people who are libertarians are into into this, thinking marijuana should not be criminalized because it's just a plant, and the Constitution was written on hemp paper, and it wasn't until DuPont started this big campaign to demonize marijuana because the hemp fibers competed with their DuPont fibers. Or there's lots of interesting things about that you can read. But regardless, it's this potential legalization of recreational marijuana, because a lot of states the medical marijuana is legal, but I see the trend of restrictions being lifted on marijuana because it means more tax revenue for the state. There's a show called High Profits about a business in Colorado, and the towns in the state made a ton of money with licenses and taxes and so forth. And I see that kind of being a trend is, the governments will be dying for tax revenue, and here's one way to get easy tax revenue. It's also a way that people on the inside can make a ton of money. The politicians, they can invest in marijuana stuff and then vote to make it legal and make a ton of money, and I think that kind of stuff does happen. But yeah, so basically the point I want to say is I want to do some more research on this topic. And maybe like 2 years ago, a lot of people made a ton of money in these marijuana stocks. Maybe this can happen again. And these are kind of like thoughts I have, and maybe I can be more enlightened and educated by my viewers. So thank you for watching.